And it was your letter as well, and I think it was probably instrumental in what happened next, your letter with Caroline Noakes saying, you know, this isn't acceptable behaviour. We need a new code of conduct, and really he needs the whip removed. He should not be standing as an MP. So what prompted the letter from you to make sure this MP had the whip removed?
So I think the letter has been a long time coming, and it isn't related to any one specific incident. I do want to make that clear. But there is a real frustration amongst colleagues, and as a chair of a select committee, along with Caroline Noakes, who also chairs a select committee, we have colleagues come to us very regularly saying, I feel frustrated because I don't know what will constitute sufficiently poor behaviour for the whip to be suspended, what constitutes sufficiently poor behaviour for the whip to be withdrawn completely. What does this mean? And we've been asking for some time to try and have a properly defined code of conduct, so we all know what's expected of us. We all know what are the terms that would mean that if you breach these conditions, if your behaviour, and I think, you know, let's be clear, most people watching this will know what acceptable behaviour is. I think we know what acceptable behaviour is. But in terms of the behaviour of MPs, there may be some things where an apology might suffice. It may be that it needs to have an investigation. I don't know. But what we need is that code of conduct. So we all know what the situation is. We all know the behaviour we're expected to abide by. And we can talk to our constituents about that and make it clear. This is what the majority, the very, very large, vast majority of MPs, this is the way we behave. And we shouldn't all be tarred with this allegation that somehow it's a cesspit of behaviour.
So, do you think this has been handled badly by the Chris Pincher case? Has been handled badly by the government?
Well, as I said in the letter, I wanted to see a policy of zero tolerance until we knew what the clear rules were. You know, even our former colleague Neil Parish said that he felt that there'd been there was some discretion that had been applied that he didn't feel had been applied to him. We just need it to be clear. We just need to know what the behaviour is. And
in your letter it said this is serious reputational damage by the current approach.
Absolutely. Look, I was spent yesterday in my constituency meeting people, and people were saying to me, I can't believe that there's another one of these. And I could point them to my letter, and that said, OK, because you are willing to make a stand, because there are people in your party that believe in this, I will continue believing in your party. But they won't carry on for much longer unless we sort this out.
And just very quickly, how widespread do you think this behaviour is in Parliament?
I don't think it's that widespread, but I think there is a danger that if we don't address it, the public will demand, and they'll demand in the way they demanded over expenses, and I don't think what we ended up with post the expenses scandal was better for MPs or better for the public, actually. I think it was more expensive, more costly, and a real view that MPs are all on the make. We don't want that, How. We don't want the view that all MPs are corrupt and that all MPs are sleazy. We need to clean up our act.
But it has to be a zero tolerance to sexual sort of assaults and misbehaviour.
I think we need to be on the side of the victims of sexual assaults. That's where we as MPs need to be, not the side of perpetrators.